Yo, finally, y'all, Surreal 303, the new 120 gallon 4x2x2 fish tank. And when I say new, I mean everything in here brand new stand, brand new tank, brand new heaters, brand new filtration. What I got going on in here is Supernatural's black sand. I've got an Aquatop 300 watt and an Aquatop 200 watt heater. I've kept it real simple due to the size of the fish, just 3 little pieces of driftwood in there to hold things together. The lighting on this is the current USA Satellite Plus Pro 48 inch to 60 inch light. I've got 2 Aquatop CF500UV canister filters at 525 gallons per hour apiece, and that is how it's running. The filters are monsters. It's dark in there, you can barely see, but there's one of them, there's 2 of them. It's a little cloudy right now. I was messing around with it a little bit. Inside of here, what we've got going on, I'll come in close. The key feature, finally, he's in. The Mbu puffer, aka giant puffer fish, freshwater. This guy is already fairly large. We've got an Azul Tocantins peacock bass. We've got 3 Indo tiger dats. We've got a temensis peacock bass. We've got the Jardini Arowana, which you can see his fins are all ripped up. For those of you that are subscribed and watch my videos, the Jardini belongs in another tank with a dovi, a feste, a buttacophori, and 2 pike cichlids. When he was introduced, he got whooped, so he's going to hang out in here so he becomes a problem, and then we're going to put him back in there so he can be a problem for those guys. I've also got right here an ocellaris or ocellaris peacock bass. So on the left, that's an Azul Tocantins. In the center, that's an ocellaris. And on the right, that is a temensis peacock bass. As I said, the 3 Indo tiger dats. This is a flagtail prochilodus. I've got the rhino pleco that I've had forever and a day, with his crazy eyeballs. And I've also got my green phantom pleco down here. There he goes. So that's what's going on in here. As I said, the Jardini will be making his way back out of this tank fairly shortly. I'm just waiting for him to get a little more aggressive. Really, it was the feste. That thing whoops on everybody that goes in that tank. So once he can hang with the feste, he'll go back in with the cichlids. But for now, he'll grow out in here. I can show you the reason I bought this 120. So this monitor tank right here that I'm growing out my little baby monitors in, that's a 20 long. You can see the 20 long as opposed to the side of that 120. That's why I went with the 4 foot by 2 foot. You get all that turnaround. I mean, peacock bass, that puffer, the datnoids, they're not the most bendable fish. You know, they're a pretty solid fish that really have massive power on a straight line, as well as the prochilodus. Obviously, all of these fish will be graduating into a bigger tank as they get bigger and we get out of here. For those of you that don't know, I live on the 3rd floor in a pretty decent condo building, so we've got 450 gallons worth of tanks up right now. With this being the biggest, 120 is probably as far as I'll go. I would love to go 180 up here, but It's a lot of weight, kids. So for now, these guys will grow out in this 120 till we move. But y'all look forward to the Umbu getting bigger. That's really what I dig about this tank. I mean, I love the Jardini, but he ain't going to be in here. Peacock bass, the tiger dads. I love all the fish that are in this tank, actually. As far as monster fish go, these are some of my favorites, especially because they can coexist. I mean, it's rare to find a puffer. My hairy puffer would come in this tank and rip pieces in every fish there was. This Umbu, he's twice the size of my hairy puffer and not even close to full grown, and he'll be fine with these fish. So anybody wondering about a big freshwater puffer that you can put in that won't destroy everything you got, the Umbu puffer is definitely where it's at. Way better than a Fahaka puffer, in my opinion, because they can be a community fish. And that's just what it is. I mean, that's rare for a freshwater puffer, a big one at that. As you can see, the Jardini was really busted up by the Feste. He had his eye scraped up. You can see his scales are back, but they're still kind of dark in certain areas, and they're missing some of the coloration. Any of you Arowana fans know Jardinis are supposed to be pure silver. You can see all that gold and green in him. He's actually a hybrid with an Asian Arowana. So I will definitely be shooting a lot more video with this guy once I get him back into his other tank and doing his thing. You can see right there his eyes kind of busted up from scraping, but he's way beyond where he was. He was busted up when I pulled him out of the other tank. His fins and his scales were real bad, as well as my wolffish. My wolffish was getting busted up in there too, so the wolffish got pulled out and put into another tank as well. But there you go, kids. That is the new 120-gallon biggest tank I'm putting on the 3rd floor. Everybody asks why I got shoes and all the stuff on my tanks all the time. I got 3 cats. I got a Doberman. I got a min pin. I got 5 lizards. I got 10 fish tanks. Man, we're on the 3rd floor. Everybody recognize. Alright? I'm out.